Yeah, if you can't hear me, I am decompressing just a bit before I start. Give me a second. I will be on at 30 after. All right, folks. Badger Lord Patrick on tonight. Good to see you, folks. Chat is definitely open. If you would like to talk, over on Twitch or YouTube. And yeah, these are our new times. 9:30 to about 11:15, maybe a little after. Yes, though, we are going to pick up with Going Medieval on Thursday nights, going forward. Now, you may be wondering, why am I deciding to change things up? Well, the answer is, none of your damn business. Seriously, I have my reasons. They're personal reasons in my life that really don't matter here. And that's alright. They're not traumatic or anything. You don't need to send me any money. I'm doing fine. I'm just switching up things because I feel like this is the better idea. Now, something we will be seeing later something we will be playing later on this coming week. Yes, sir, we will be going into the RimWorld, and I will be adjusting my screen resolution accordingly. Not going to do that right now, however. But we will go into the RimWorlds on Tuesday. For now, though, we are going to, as the title says, go medieval. I think a reasonable expectation is that I should get all of the achievements before I put this away. Or at least one more achievement. I'm missing 3 at the moment. Unlocking 25 research items, dismantling 50, and gathering 10 settlers. I have yet to do any of those. Let's see if we can try and do that, and be a little more successful this time around. Market au jour is turning out alright. Let's see if I've got the voices down. I probably don't, but let's see if I do. So Sigmund, of course, is our leader. He is the wise and erudite leader of the pack who has social and intellectual skills in order to navigate the fields of knowledge and investigation of the peoples. I have no idea what I'm talking about, honestly. And then we have Mabel, who is our most recent join-on. Tries to talk a bit like Agya Freeman when she played Martha in Doctor Who. And then we have Dior, who's your rough-and-tumble pagan leader and the one who speaks for the pagans. Oh yes, and we had one more. Oh wait, no, Eddie was the one who talked like Agya Freeman. And Mabel? I don't remember Mabel. I'll need to go back and look. Or I'll invent something new. Who knows? I think she talked a bit like Andrew, who we had a couple of episodes back. I don't recall. I will definitely get the voices screwed up. That's alright, though. Well, at least I'm willing to live with it. Ain't that right? Ain't the men folks supposed to be behaving a little better than they is? Yeah, you said it, girl. I don't get these men folk. Don't get what they's always fighting. Madam, the importance of first metaphysical principles is not to be understated. Yeah, what you worship is what you do with your life. As we pray, so we live. Yes, and you filthy Christians pray to an effervescent God who lives far up above, while we pray to real gods, who actually do things for us. Lads, if I hear you talking like that, oh, we've come to our difference. We've come to an understanding, madam. You don't pass an entire year without doing so. Yes, especially not after losing 2 fine gentlemen just because they happen to be of a certain disposition. Yes, I suppose not. Though we will need to move on from that eventually. And I think we have. We've welcomed Eddie, and we've welcomed Mabel, so I think we are both willing to put aside our differences. At least for the moment, as long as you're willing to try. Oh, wait a minute, no, that's not her voice. She's posh. Because ironically, she's not an intellectual, that's right. You know, yes. Don't know why I started talking like a retarded journeyman from East Anglia there. Is that where you're from? No. Anyway. I have no idea if I'm keeping my voices straight or if any of you can recognize them. I'm having fun with them. And we're gonna have a lot of fun just kind of sleeping out the winter here. At least I'm going to. There is some research that is presently available. And there is also meat smoking, which is excellent. Which is most excellent. Oh yes, and by the way, I have no idea what I'm going to do with this bloody cow here, with Plato. Actually, a cow male, would that not be a bull? I kinda don't like the interface. There's something about it that's just not as clean as I would like. I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is, honestly. There's no excuse for it, to be perfectly honest. Because RimWorld that contains a lot of stats and things. I don't know why I'm getting all uppity about this. Well, at any rate. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of drinking, and there's going to be sitting around eating and enjoying the Great Hall because it's put together, and, well, there may not be many weapons up in it yet. But, of course, there is our old pal Davy Croc. Ah, to his eternal memory. Sadly, we could only save the head, otherwise... I still can't remember the dog from Scrubs. Rhodey, something like that. Someone, please, tell me what his name was again. Turk's dog. Ah, yes, but we did get an absolutely smashing trophy of a wolf up, which is most excellent. Most excellent. We have room for another trophy, though I haven't put one up yet. The only one that I've seen. Do we still have it? No, thankfully I think we got rid of it already. I don't want a trophy of a rat. I made that a highlight from last time. Yeah, I thought I'd mention that. I am making highlights now and again. Nah, but we do have a couple of caps. Now we just need a couple of Monties. Let's not make Romeo and Juliet references just now. That's not necessary. Weapons. Shooty, pointy, stabby things. Actually, for that matter, do we yet have... Well, we have woodworking, so a woodworking bench actually... Yeah, that'll fit right there. Nice. Now, do I have the mats for it? I do, yeah. Let's see. Let us see. Let us produce another short bow. I think it could come in useful. Especially considering the womenfolk are only defending themselves with pole arms. Yes, and not very good ones either. At least I think this one will snap if I just bend it to the... Don't do that! You might need it. Better it snap in his... we shall not speak of such things at the moment. Better to speak about it when the occasion actually strikes, that we need to use our weapons of war. Actually, I wonder how you put weapons into a decorative rack. Is it only certain kinds of weapons, or... for instance, could I actually make spears to put into the decorative racks? Because, frankly, I would like to. Cudgels might... cudgels are just too crude, honestly. Alright. Well, I have no idea how good this is, but hopefully it is better than... Hopefully it is better than nothing. Sturdy short bows. Okay, that's useful. That is useful, actually. I will go ahead and equip a short bow. It's far more useful to me than a spear, certainly. perfect for skewering the heads of your enemies. Oh, how feisty this one is. I quite like her, don't you? Yes, all good pagan women should be that way. I meant the sheer irony of it, that a Christian woman should have such bloodlust in her. It is such a fantastic irony, don't you think? I actually quite think it's quite naturally pleasing. It is what it is. You have to defend yourself. Otherwise, you don't survive. It's really that simple. I never saw it any other way. Who are you to be telling people what it means to be a woman? We're not even gonna approach that subject in the present day. That's just asking for trouble. Although, the question of what is a woman is nevertheless a fascinating question. You should absolutely Google at the end of this stream. Yeah, what is a woman? Definitely a good question. For the moment, though, my people have no questions about this. They're not interested in it. They're just living the dream. You know, maybe I should take a chance to write. No. No. Leave us to do it. Who's us? There's you and me. I'm the only other one who has your intellectual skills. You know, when I do my RimWorld one, I will not be attempting the British accents. Although I am having fun with it, to be honest with you. I am actually an American, but I keep getting told I have a British accent in my voice. I've been told that for 17 of my 31 years, and I've kindly, that is not a word. I have finally come to terms with the fact that people are always going to think that. And, you know what? I've decided to have fun with it, since I can't convince anybody that I was actually born in Omaha anyway. Yeah, you heard that right. Omaha. Omaha freaking USA. That's right. Omaha, United States of America. Look it up. I'm half joking. You can probably figure out where I'm at. It is the internet, after all. But even if you do respect the right to privacy these days, I will at least say this. I honestly don't care anymore. Language is fun for me to deal with. I like playing with it. I like saying things just for the hell of it, or because it's useful. For instance, did you know that the second person plural does not, in present modern day English, have a proper word for it? There are colloquial words for it, and there are multiple words that account for it. Okay, the second person plural is like you all. It refers to a group of people, men, women, whatever, who are not you, but are also not them. You're addressing them. So I am myself, you are yourself, he, she, or it are himself, herself, and themselves. We are not talking about other other grammars or genders which have been invented within the past few years. We're just not going to explore that. That is probably a grammarian's nightmare. I have no interest in addressing it. Let's keep it simple. I, you, he, she, and they. Okay. Second person, no. The plural. First, second, and third person. We is first person plural. You all is second person plural. And they is third person plural. There is no one word for second person plural the way we and they are in first and third person plural. So therefore, I think you probably have an idea where this is going if you know anything about grammar. Yeah, I use the word y'all because it just fills a niche. Y'all. It works. It works real well, and I'm not ashamed of it, damn it. Yes, I do kind of sound like a hick whenever I say it. That's alright. Y'all think I care? I don't care. Actually, I think I bring the word up to a much more elegant place than it would otherwise be. Because what business do I have saying it? I'm not from the South. As I say, I'm from Omaha, USA. But yeah, I use it. I will sometimes say to a group of people where I work, I'll say to them, y'all have a good day now. Or, thank y'all for coming in. Or, thank y'all for putting that away. It's a good word, and I use it. I use it as I should use it, since there really aren't any other words like that. I mean, I guess there is use, like use people, or y'all people, or you's got business around here? I think that's something you say over on the East Coast. Never cared much for the East Coast, to be honest with ya. Let that say what it will. Oh, great benevolent spirits of the earth, grant us success and salvation from this winter. Something like that. O good Lord and heavenly God, grant that I may save the souls of my fellows, especially considering what pricks they can be. O my Lord, thank you for this beneficent day. Thank you for Sigmund. Thank you for Eddie and Deor. Despite all of the arguments we have, I am truly thankful for them, for I do not know what I would be without them. You need to be so pious, woman. Yeah. Anyway. What are we doing here? So, we are just in the middle of winter, and it's not getting better. How is food looking at the moment? Food is largely piled up, and at the moment, it mostly consists of raw and or smoked meat. Which is good, which is what we want. We want smoked meat. And we've got barley for planting next year. Not really enough to eat now, but enough. We've got some rough wine. Man, I hope that's enough. I think I started with like 100 or something like that. And it's definitely decreasing in amount, because I just don't have any more red currants, of course. Well, and should I? Of course I shouldn't. It's the beginning of winter. Of course you're not going to have a lot of food. We are getting more wood. I'm not sure if that's a good thing. It's a good thing there's nothing that can set fire to buildings, at least not yet. At least nothing I'm aware of. Those are dangerous words. Just because I'm not aware of it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. That is scary. Anyway, I don't think winter is going to be very interesting. It certainly doesn't need to be. I guess I could produce more weapons, but who really uses those? Settlers are suffering from the cold. Well, that's unfortunate. We have no more textiles. So we can't produce any more clothes, unfortunately. Now that we have 4 villagers, however, or a Christian headmaster, a pagan headmaster, and a couple of women folk. I have no idea exactly what I'm saying, but something along those lines. Yeah. I don't know, but... Whew. I do know it was extremely wet out tonight. I know that much. Not knowing what else to do, I might just let this just shift forward quickly until spring. I don't know what else to do at this point. Excuse me for a second. Ah, good. I have a plastic lemon here with lemon juice. That's good until December of this year. Excellent. It's one of those Irish plastic lemons. Alright. Actually, the only real thing to do is research. Ah, okay. Now we've got something useful to do. Now I can smelt metal. An important step in civilization. Or maybe I could go ahead and do some cooking instead. Oh, wait a minute, I'm going to need iron anyway, so nah. And armoring is also not very useful without metal, so yeah, I think we'd better smelt some metal instead. I think that's a better use of our time. Alright. Rum and lime. Excellent. And plenty of water. Ah, yes. Makes me think that I am in the service of Her Majesty's Navy in the 1600s. Rum line drowned in water. Yeah, that's typical Navy fare, along with scurvy. Oh, wait a minute. That's what the lime is supposed to counteract. There is some iron over here, which I should definitely mine, but I shouldn't mine all of the ground next to it as well. That is just grass. On the other hand, I do need to mine some of it out simply to make a staircase, so... It's ugly, but it's something. Perhaps I should build a hut over this with a brazier on top of it. Yes. I kind of like that idea, actually, now that I think about it. I got tons of sticks. May as well just, build a stairway down that way. Build something like this, maybe. I don't know. Let's try it. I want to try that. Seems good to me. And what other raw materials do I have? Nothing. I've just got lots of wood. Yeah, that's right. I got wood. Make of that what you will. Woo! We'll make this a mine shaft slash smithy, I think. I think that's a good idea. Maybe. Actually, I have misgivings about putting the smithy anywhere but inside the wall. But doesn't mean that I can't have an outpost. And I imagine with time this could be something more than an outpost. I have enough wood to make a wooden door, so I really have no excuse to skimp out. How about fodder, though? Yeah, still definitely have more hay than sticks, so definitely should plan accordingly. Bury me not on the lone prairie. Anyway. Yep, just a little lonely shack out here. Little lonely shack with a little crappy roof. Oh, and of course, never a dull moment, we now have a merchant caravan coming. Lovely. Well now, while my guys are interested in the prospect of possibly doing some mining, cannot forget the important work of trading as well. The question is, where am I going to put these delicious iron nuggies? Don't tell me you've never had a similar problem. I mean, you have all these delicious nuggies lying around on the ground. You know, like dino nuggies. And your Uncle Bill is coming back soon. And you don't want him to find out that you've all these delicious nuggies lying on the ground. He might take them from you. Or worse, he might eat them right in front of you. And so therefore, you want to do something with these nuggies, and you gotta work quick. Therefore, what do? Tell you what I'm gonna do. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to remove some of those stick traps I put in earlier. And yes, I am kind of just bullshitting at the moment. And I'm not ashamed of it. In fact, I'm more than okay with it. I hope you're more than okay with it. Anyway. Stop being preposterous for a moment and, yeah. Let's focus on getting this wall up. Also, we gonna put a door in here? I think it'd be wise to put a door in here. A door for a warehouse. Yes, a door for a warehouse. Very good idea. Warehouses are very in these days, you know. Alright. My boy Sigmund, I think you'd better address these guys before they overwhelm everything.
Well, I think we're doing all right now. I don't think we need anything. But of course, it could never hurt to see. It's always good to try and get our relationships up with the locals. Even if they are those filthy pagans.
Okay. Let's sell some flimsy caps, because we definitely don't need them. I do not understand why buildings are so darn expensive. They do not require that much work to put together, honestly. These prices are ridiculous, in my estimation. Instead, I am interested in acquiring those hoods. No, we are not selling the stuffed dog trophy, though we might sell some of that meat. Actually, yeah, 5 meat, and we've already got the meeting out of the palm of my hand. In fact, I propose a little more. These people, who are these people? What are these people? Give me just a second. Hold on. These people are... the philosophers of the natural order. Yeah, we want to be on their good side. Yes, I quite think that we want to trade with these people. They seem very knowledgeable and desirous of real truth. So yes, as before... not the cabbage seed. Or the carrot seed. And again, What else can we offer these guys that they might be interested in? Nerds can't cook, I guess. So, yeah, let's offer them some stew since they can't cook worth a dang. And there are many other fine things that these guys are just not willing to buy. Or sell. Which is like, okay, nerds, if you must be so stingy as to tell us what you've got without offering to sell it to us. Yes, indubitably. We are very proud of our book knowledge, but also what our book knowledge manages to get us. I'm sure this makes you a fantastic negotiator, my friend. Truly fantastic. Anyway. I'm going to be kept quite busy with smelting, and my researchers are going to be kept busy on account of the fact that we have nothing better to do. But I'm not sure if I should depend only upon those for keeping my guys from getting bored. I may simply have no choice in the matter, honestly. I may simply just have to make do with what I've got. Maybe I could get another research table. Actually, when I consoled the cost of it, I realized that's way out of my price range. What isn't, though, are the healing kits. Well, or at least one of them. Is there anything else we might have to sell that might justify getting that other research table so that I can make textbooks? That is a very, very good question. Maybe not animal feed, because that actually requires mixes of things that I don't want to give up that easily. I don't think I have enough wealth to afford a research table. I think I'm just gonna have to build it myself, honestly. I may decide to buy some textbooks, however. What can I purchase with textbooks? That might be worthwhile to look at. Beekeeping? Furniture making? Not really useful, or not as useful as it could be without beeswax, so, blacksmithing, though, yeah, we've got plenty of things we can do before we got a few things we can do before we need an actual research table. Maybe we should get cartography, if for no other reason than getting that caravan hitching post. That does actually look kind of useful, and we definitely don't need to get... I don't think we need to get into advanced researching just yet. It's creeping along far too slowly to necessitate that. So, nah, I think the trade that we made will do. I think I will do one more thing, though.
Thank you very much for the arrangements that you have made with us. I hope we have been sufficient trading partners for you. Please, take some smoked meat for the journey. It will be good for you. Made it ourselves right here, out of local wildlife. I hope this will be of some use to you.
Not sure that did anything for my alignment, but one lives in hope. Alright, so 5th day in winter is coming and shall soon be going. Fortunately, where that 15 smoked meat came from, more will be gotten. What's even more joyous is the fact that our mining operation is beginning to take shape. It is still as much as a castle in the sky, or perhaps a shack in the sky would be more appropriate, I do not know. But we still have plenty of wood to the task. Excuse me. We will build a smelting furnace, and I think we will build it in the court. There is no room in the courtyard, actually. Let me rethink this. I may not be able to rethink this, actually, now that I look at it. Actually, I really don't like that idea. That is a bad idea. What I should do, maybe... Man, that's gonna look ugly, though. Well, it kind of already does, though. I mean, all of these houses, all these little shacks around it, they just look like tumors off of a fort. Frankly, I need to expand the courtyard anyway. let's do it then. At least from here, I think. Yeah. The question is, which way are we going to expand? Probably not over into these two temporary chapels, which I'm not very impressed of. Which you will notice I haven't put decorations into as yet, because I still am sorting that out. Whether this will be a colony of co-religionists or if I will get my little utopia as I would kind of like to, because I'm selfish. I think deconstructing some of these stick traps over here. Deconstructing those strict chaps. Yes, strict chaps. That's exactly what I meant to say. Absolutely. Okay. Put in a wooden beam over there. Put in a wooden wall over here. Put in a second wooden wall layer here. Well, actually, do I want to do that? Is that really what I want to do? No. No, I don't think that's what I want to do. No. Which means, therefore, deconstructing yet another layer of traps. Build a layer of walls around this. And a second layer just to finish everything off. Oh my gosh, I did not know I was going to be building so... Oh, crap, who got a wound here? Oh, he's probably got hypothermia. Of course he does. From standing out in the cold all day. Of course. And he's presently unconscious because he is ill. Yeah, that's, great. That's fantastic, man. Can we tend to it, maybe? Maybe attempt to do something to make his life a little less unbearable? He is one of the best medics of the colony, but nevertheless... Oh, alright, you big baby. Alright, fine. There you go. What's a little bit of being cold gonna do to kill ya, really? Ooh, I could use a pillow. Anyway. Brrr. We actually do want to keep it above freezing. Man, I don't know how these guests manage to stay alive outside, so... Still, though, that is more like it. Smoked meat. Mmm. Wonder if we can get some more roast meat in, though, too. Since we don't have enough resources to smoke anymore. Speaking of which, I realize you can't find it in medieval England, but I wonder if they will introduce smoking at all. At least hemp. That would be nice. This is one thing I do like doing in RimWorld, by the way. I must say, I've never been averse to drugs per se. I don't use them myself, but if we use alcohol, if that can be made into a sacrament of all things, in other words, if it can be made holy and God can make it useful for his purposes, hey, I don't see why drugs as such are necessarily so bad. Call me a hedonist if you will, but it does seem to me that if it exists and does have certain positive properties on the psyche, it's not all bad. Which is also why sex isn't bad. It just has a very specific context in which it's good. Sex just has a very specific context in which it is good. But I digress. Alright, so the Merchants of the Natural Order were kind of a bust. I had hoped to get a little more alignment with them from giving them that smoked meat, but it's not a tremendous loss, I suppose, that I didn't. So tell me, folks, what kind of role-playing do you like to do? You know, aside from, you know, the obvious, just trying to play it for the first time because you have no idea what you're doing, or cannibal runs. Look, those are all fun and all, don't get me wrong, but, come on. Is there anything more interesting that you do? Like, maybe, have you had any runs where you play like a trading outpost or something like that? You know, just a gang of merchants, yeah, we'll say, who, I don't know, farm herbal medicine or something, or maybe a fur trading post or something. Kind of pretend you're kind of the Dutch East India Company or something. Or is that Asia? Anyway, when you play, maybe you're a pioneer family? I realize I don't have kids in this game. They say they're never going to add them, and I think it would be hard for modders to do so. Mods are very difficult with this game already, but I'll bet it'll happen someday. Like, say you have Ma and Pa and Sis and Uncle, or something like that, and you build sort of a homestead type thing. Have any of you done something like that? I've never quite done something like that, because again, kind of building an abbey has always been my interest. My original starting intention with this group was to have kind of an hermitage, which would gradually become like a monastery. Things, of course, have not worked out this way, and I think Sigmund has kind of been a little bitter about it, as we've explored in previous episodes. Kind of mad with all these heathens, and still just a little bit resentful of the fact that he's not going to be making the Kingdom of the New Jerusalem here in Market Arjour. And maybe I'm a little resentful too, but that's part of the point of these colony sim games. You never quite know what you're gonna get. And so you're just gonna have to make the best of what you might consider a bad situation under other circumstances. And maybe that is the real lesson of all these things. And maybe in all these things that, yeah, and maybe in all these things that's a real lesson there. That the real thing that you've got to get is not a perfect world, but a manageable society. that you gotta work with the people you live with, not with the people you'd always like. Maybe I shouldn't have deconstructed that. Whatever. I will construct barn doors there too. As it will still offer some protection, and I do want some protection from the elements. And despite their best efforts, braces just don't do that. Brr. My, it is cold out there. And it's a balmy 54 degrees in here, compared with a 50-degree difference out there. Oh my, yeah, it is cold out there. And it's below freezing in the Great Hall. Oh boy. Let's go ahead and turn that on. It's not making a tremendous difference, but it's definitely below freezing down here, thankfully. Which is good. This is as it should be. But it is bitter cold out here. It is well below freezing. Here. Ah. Now, who gets the fine winter clothes? Somebody should. Who needs them most for their mood? Hard to tell. Frankly, I think... yeah. Nope, definitely Sigmund, because he's only wearing summer clothes. Flimsy summer clothes, so yeah, definitely gonna change that up. There you go. You feeling warmer, buddy? Oh, yes, this does make the worship experience much warmer and more comfortable. I'm not going to die of hypothermia anytime now. Hooray! Excellent. Actually, no, that is excellent. Why do they portray hypothermia as a bleeding type wound? It's not. You know what would really help you out, hon? You know, some nice brandy would help. I just don't drink regularly, Eddie. It's just not what I do. Besides, leaves your body, it does the heat. If you do that too much... Good grog. You know, Sigmund, you really should listen to her. Grog is good for warming the blood, at least temporarily. Besides, it's 53 degrees in there. It's absolutely balmy where you presently are. Although, considering how rough this wine is, I certainly don't blame anyone who wouldn't want to get drunk off of it. Who wouldn't want to. Need to, I understand. But not want to. Considering I don't drink for the sake of getting drunk myself, actually, I probably have no idea what I'm talking about. But the construction has definitely been consuming my guys. Actually, I will wonder why none of them are mining, and look at that for just a second. Oh, that's why. Let's go ahead and bump that. Let's let other people mine so that they can get their moods up a little. Because we're not in any big hurry. I mean, food is our main concern at the moment. I mean, it's always the main concern, really. Because without food, you starve. But, nevertheless, I can't and shouldn't forget about producing decent weapons. Alright, that's not gonna work, but this will. Gonna put that there. Who knows how successful that will be. There is at least an outer layer of walls, so maybe I should get to... Actually, no, I shouldn't get to smelting until I have gotten to mining as well. Okay, and, Isha... Oh, dear. Hovering right over the top of... Oh, wait a minute. Is she hovering? No, she's not. Which means I'm gonna have to remove you, and possibly you. Because otherwise, I'm not going to be able to build a staircase down there. And I am going to build it out of wood. Because wood is readily available. Yeah, but I'm gonna have to remove that wicker floor first. I think I will put a brazier in there just to keep things warm during the winter. Just because otherwise it will be kind of insufferable. We've already had hypothermia set in once, no reason to do it again. Nice cozy little shack. I wonder what we are going to use it for. Very strange, I must say. It's not strange at all when you realize this is just, for the moment, going to be the dump spot for smelted metals. Actually, it does occur to me I haven't really seen anybody researching, and I should probably rectify that. But not before I put down a stockpile. And clear everything except for... crap, where is it? Material, manufactured, not clay brick, iron ingot, steel ingot, gold ingot, silver ingot. No ice blocks. Yes, mechanical components though. But also... salt, I imagine, will come across later. Silver, gold, iron nuggets, and coal. For now, that will do. This is just a dump stockpile for the moment, which is all I want it to be. Alright, Eddie. Have you got that brazier lit up yet? Oh no, just the work materials for it stuck on the floor. That's fine. Not even all of them, as a matter of fact. And we have dropped below 100 wood as well, so we need to pay attention to that, too. Good thing there are plenty of mature trees around here. Yes. Nothing but mature trees. The kind of trees everybody wants. Oh, except the dead trees. They're actually kind of fine. Dead trees are alright. There's no reason to leave this fire on while there's no roof over it. It's just heating the open air otherwise, so I'm gonna go ahead and shut that down and... Alright guys, just for the moment, let's go back inside and do inside things. since the evening draws nigh. Yes, we gather in the Great Hall to talk and socialize, and go finish off our night work. Get a roof over this little shack here. Oh, yeah, and while we're at it, we do have enough of the wicker floor out of the way now that we... Oh, come on. What are you talking about? Fine. We'll cut that up, too. Actually, that is the next thing I'm going to do. Thank you, thank you. Alright. Frankly, I wish you could build a wicker staircase, because if you can't slither down a pile of sticks in order to get to where you're going, and struggle to get back up it, I don't know what you're doing with your life, hon. I literally don't. Sticks are love. Sticks are life. Anyway. I'm just bullshitting, of course. And hoping I'm not merely as pithy as Jacob Rees-Mogg. If you don't know who that is, well, he's alright. He's a bit droll. He gets a lot of jokes from the Labour Party in the United Kingdom and their supporters. And he does have an awful sense of humor. I'm sorry, I cannot speak in good conscience of his taste in humor. But, oh! That's a perk. Laggardly. That is, sure, that's a perk, right, absolutely. What is being laggardly? Dior struggles to keep up, lags behind others, takes longer to perform even the smallest task. Yeah, that's exactly what I expected, yeah. Might as well take it easy. We've been doing fine. No reason to worry. To the detriment of everybody else. Yes. And so, in the year of our Lord, Day 8, 1350... Day 8 of winter in 1354. Really, would it have been so bad to just... You're not gonna get any silver or gold. Well, you might actually. I forget where it's buried, but... Let's see, though. There is more iron down there. Not a lot more iron, but enough to make this worthwhile. A spear has decomposed on the stockpile. Tonight's been an alright night, though. I can't complain. Or, if I could, I'm not going to complain much. I mean, I know I am in the habit of doing so, but I'm content not doing so. Why, I wonder, did they put a spear there when nobody else has done so? Okay. Yeah, it's priority very high, so I don't know what the holdup is. Oh, that might be it. Let's go ahead and drop those down a bit. Yeah. I mean, because we basically have all the weapons we need. Everybody is an archer, even the ones who are not good at it. The good archers are basically going to be the backups for the ones who are bad archers, so that everyone can shoot from the walls. Now, who's annoyed, and why? Why are you eating raw meat? Don't do that. Is there no more? Well, shit. No. There is, nothing but raw food at the moment. Well, shit. Let's fix that, shall we? Nothing's on pause. I don't know why we're failing to make meals. We really shouldn't be. That's got to be a bug or something. Alright, Dior, if I'm not mistaken, aren't you capable of cooking? Culinary, 22. Alright, my bro, get on with it. I said, get on with it. What is your major malfunction, soldier? Alright, let's have a look here. No red currants, no barley, no raw meat human. Okay. Okay, I see. That would do it, wouldn't it? Alright. Dude, we got smoked meat. Use it, for fuck's sakes. Come on. Holy crap. What is wrong with you? There is obviously something I'm doing wrong here. There's no other reason that this is being put idle at the moment. I mean, I could use some barley, but I really want to save that for some other time. I want to save that for spring. What the hell? Okay. Seriously, there should be no problem with using barley. I mean, not barley, I'll try editing it out. Thank you. Yeah. Make some meals, will you? Please. I'm going to guess it's bugged out or something. In which case... Oh! Ah! What were those doing there, I wonder? I don't know. He didn't like working with it, however, so... we're gonna try that again. Okay? Fine, do that. Ugh, okay. Move this somewhere else so that you can bloody well cook, you idiot. Alright. No, don't haul it. Turn it into meals. Until you have 9. And use everything except barley. There you go. Don't know why there was hay there, and kind of don't care. I'm just glad this is working properly now. Good. Excellent. This really should not need to be done, and I'm gonna go ahead and report it. Man, I love bug testing. Give me a second here. Campfire bugged out when returning to it. Loaded a game. After about a week. Sent Cook to cook on it.
and refused to cook on it despite allowing all ingredients. Or even rescinding the old order and putting in a new order for meals. Only was solved by deconstruct. Only was solved by deconstructing the old fire. There was a small pile of hay, quote unquote, under it. Once I cleared it and built a new fire, I could cook on it again. Man, that's good bug testing. Alright. Finally, we can cook some fucking food for our guys. Bit of roasted meat. Get that stuff down there, man. Thank you. Now, how much roast meat have we got? I mean, smoked meat have we got? 130 pieces. That's all right, I guess. I wonder if I should block it again. I wonder if I can duplicate that. Okay, he won't produce meals anymore. Well, and rightly so. I mean, I told him not to. After making 9 of them, which is fine. Alright, alright. I mean, it's fine for the moment, but alright. Now. Wood and sticks are good for bricks, but words will never hurt me? I don't think that's how that goes. I like this. This is not quite a promenade, but it's stylistically kind of like one in its own weird little way. Maybe. Sorta. Not quite. If they ever introduce fire in this game, though, this thing is burning down immediately. Oh boy. I have learned to build my bases from stone, no matter how slow it is in RimWorld. Alright. Oh, baby, in for some hot entertainment tonight. Liquid. Molten liquid joy. Yes, but not until after everybody has slept. Slept is not a word. Slept is the word that I am pretending isn't there. Alright. It's been a relatively short winter, thankfully. Or has it been? I mean, I started on day 4 and it's only progressed 5 days, and it's taken an hour and 20 minutes to do that. And we only have about 20 more minutes left. I should probably get on with it. Speaking of it, what is it that we are getting on with? It seems to me that the thing we are attempting to get on with is
mining out this area of the floor. Yes, maybe. Maybe. Yes, we'll mine that area out. I mean, there's certainly enough of the floor to support that for the moment. And then we'll mine out this little tiny area of iron. But not before we put a wicker floor down, thank you. I do want my people to survive after they do this. And it's very difficult to survive when you can't get up out of the hole that you've made. I've never actually lost any colonists by doing that, but I have gotten them stuck in holes, and I have needed to have them rescued. Like a cat up a tree, except it's a villager down a hole. It is an important distinction, even if it doesn't seem like it. Okay, what are we looking at down here? Not much. More grass? Jeez, what does grass do in these parts of the world? Does it just grow in layers around here? Yes, medieval England, the land where grass grew in layers. If you thought you'd seen enough grass just being on the surface, oh boy, it goes all the way down. Just like the woman who said that it's turtles all the way down. Which may sound funny to some of you who are rationalists in the audience. Actually, considering I am myself a Roman Catholic, you may think that's rather funny that I'm gonna... Ooh, but that isn't funny. Thank you for stopping me from talking about controversial issues. Not that it isn't fun, it just also isn't generally very productive, except for pissing people off, which I think I'm very good at. Alright, severe frost turned the ground to iron, ruining planted crops. I didn't have many to begin with, fortunately. Say, if you're gonna turn the ground to iron, though, can I at least gather up the nuggets so that I can get some more freaking metal? That's thinking like Mr. Welch. I should read that sometime, by the way. Okay. Trees split. Birds froze to death. Rivers became solid ice. There are no rivers in this game. Stop talking like that. It was vital for the settlers to dress warmly and heat Market Arzur, sleeping quarters, to evade the deathly kiss of cold. How cold is a cold snap? Seems to be all... oh boy, temperature's going down fast. How fast? How far is it gonna go down? Okay, -9, -10, -11, -13, -... Oh boy. There is frost on my screen now. You see that? 15... -20 degrees Fahrenheit. By jeez. Maybe you guys shouldn't be out of doors for a day or two. Or 15. Actually, it's above... well, it's not above freezing, but it is definitely warmer in here. I don't know why it is, considering I shut the bleeding fire off. Turn it back on. That's probably why. It presumed there was a fire there when there isn't one. Hooray! Fake thermodynamic mechanics. Or something like that. I don't know. I am no scientist. No, I am an armchair theologian. And therefore I know everything, because you really can know everything, so long as it's within your armchair. Limestone, though, was not expecting to hit that. I wonder how far the soil goes down here. There does seem to be a hell of a lot of it, I'll say that. Okay, this is definitely iron. I wonder if wicker is more likely to break than wood or clay or any of the other flooring materials. Let's scroll down a bit, though. Alright. Yep. We cannot cut under those stairs, as now. Simply because that would completely undermine them. There's also no reason to, considering they're right on top of grass anyway, so there's no point in cutting them open. However, we do see some more sweet, sweet iron down there. Excellent. We have no idea what lies behind all this grass, however, but there is plenty of iron to be had. Little did I know we would be digging a mine shaft in order to be making this iron come to the surface. This is not typically how people dig mine shafts. One typically digs a mine shaft straight down. I wonder if they would be willing to animate climbing up and down staircases. Something tells me no, but I would love to believe the contrary. Really nothing else to do until we get to the end of winter, though. I really shouldn't send them out too often. What with there being all of this ice on my monitor, I can't see them properly when there's all this frost gathering on it. You know, give it a few more minutes and I might have my entire monitor freeze over. Thankfully it saved before my monitor did that though, so yeah, I'll be able to get back into my game. Let's see, where is all the frost on here at the moment? Let's just compress everything. So there's a bit of frost here, and there, and yonder, and over here in the corners where it's least disruptive, thankfully. Reminds me of a few games that do this kind of overlay thing, where they put frost on your computer to make you think, you shouldn't go outside today. You're going to die of freezing to death and becoming a human popsicle. Apparently this game does it. Don't Starve also does it. It's pretty familiar to me because on the first day of spring, I'm very likely to not build a fire and just keep exploring, and when you only have a torch for heat, you are going to get the frost effect on your character. Another game that does it, but not necessarily for temperature, just for kind of ambiance, is, what's it called again? Yes, I am going to look up a random game name. Frostpunk, yes. Which is an alright game. But anyway, back to the matter at hand. Frostpunk is kind of a SimCity colonies. It's kind of like... It's very vaguely like Tropico stuck in an ice hole. Like, imagine you were trying to build a city that was not much more than about this by this. That's about the width of your city, and your resources are maybe over here and there and yonder. And you've got, like, 30 people or so. Until, of course, it gets grotesquely inhumane. Which is where you're made to feel feelings of inadequacy for the task at hand, and that sort of thing. It's very good at guilt-tripping you. I should make a video about it. Except that there are much better games, in my opinion, that do this sort of thing already. And don't laugh when I say that Tropico actually is somewhat more realistic, depending on the version, than Frostpunk is. Tropico 4 is actually my favorite of the Tropico games, and I'd say it's... okay, it's not totally realistic with all of the expansions and DLC and all that, but a lot of it kind of is. I mean, because the original Tropico, Tropico 1, upon which Tropico 3 is based, and upon which Tropico 4 is more or less based because it's basically an upgraded version of Tropico 3. Tropico 4 is not far removed from the original political satire game that Tropico 1 was. Seriously, go back and try playing Tropico 1 if you dare. If you can put up with 2D graphics and having to wait for your builders to build everything for you. It's definitely a social experiment after its own fashion. Also, oh, crap, I mean, because if you look away, it looks like there's a void there. Anyway. But yes, no, that's just my flax farm plots. But yes, forgive me. Rum's good. I've not been having more than maybe a shot or two. But it's hard to tell because I put the remains of my bottle in with a good 64 ounces of water and a very large squeeze of lemon juice. I was just finishing off a bottle of rum which had less than 1% of what was left in it. Like, just drinking the dregs of it. So, maybe I shall have to finish that off over the weekend. Which is kind of hard to do when you work in food service. Excuse me. Enjoying yourself when you're working in food service, it's harder than it looks. Like, when people see me grabbing pieces of a discarded pizza or a discarded sandwich, and when I say discarded, I don't mean thrown in the trash. I mean somebody flubbed it and failed to make it properly, or somebody changed their mind with an order or something stupid like that, and therefore the company gets free pizza. Woohoo! And free pizza means I get to eat it. When I'm doing that, though, okay, I am enjoying the flavor of it, as you do when you stick something delicious in your mouth. Don't take that out of context, please. As if anyone would. But settlers are idle. Who's idle? Dior is idle. We need to find you something to do, Dior, during this Diorming, whatever. During this cold snap. Let's just leave it at that. During this Diorm cold snap. Okay. Okay there, my potato brains. So how are we going to do this? So the staircase will go down here, and then it'll go here, perhaps? I can't help but feel that this is going to cause a cave-in somewhere. Come on, Sigmund, you can find something to do. But my wheels feel chilly. No, they don't. You're not a steam locomotive. You're a human being, man. So start acting like one. Yeah, anyway. A flimsy Berdiche has decomposed. Yippee. Which tells me, yeah, we need to put these weapon racks in of doors. If we intend to make serious weapons. Actually, nah, let's just deconstruct them. Maybe that will force them to put them in the Great Hall. I presume those weapon racks are considered a stockpile of a sort, which would be very convenient. Alright, so the hope is that by the end of this stream, we make it to the end of winter so that we can get back to planting things, because that's way more interesting than doing whatever this is. This is boring. Winter is very boring. Okay, it's getting a little greener. That's good. Green is good. Money is good. Rain makes corn. Corn makes whiskey, and so on. We are not singing the whole song, for obvious reasons. Actually, I wonder. Do we even need that? I don't think we even need that, frankly. Just remove that from there, and this from... Actually, there's no point in removing that, frankly, but... you know what? Just having a promenade up there is kind of cool and modern, and what all the modern architects are doing these days, you know? Throw a little wood on the fire, cuddle up with all your friends in the barracks. And they actually do like sharing their barracks together. Not as much as having individual bedrooms, but nevertheless. It's a tight-knit community. These guys have been enjoying themselves. You know what? I think when we buckle down and work together and realize we are all made in the image of God, or at least that we are all very much alike in being human, that we can come to appreciate each other and work together. Don't you think, Dior? You know, I will say this has been a much more enjoyable winter than I was expecting it to be. Cold Snap is finally coming to an end, thank God. Ah, and there are other things on the ground. And there are other things on the ground, there are other things on the ground. And then snow. Other things than snow. One thing I should perhaps look for, now that the ground is cleared up, is not just iron. Iron's useful, but also, I believe I saw a coal seam somewhere. This is a valley, so I really shouldn't expect much, but perhaps I am only remembering things. Things which are not real. Not anymore. For bygone bygone colonies that are no longer with us. Did he run out of fodder? No, there is plenty of fodder, so I don't know what he's so hungry about. Plato, get over here, man. Okay, who is our best man for dealing with animals? You know, I don't like to brag about my time dealing with the animals, but I am actually quite good with them. Perhaps I should train this cow and gain its respect. Where is it even headed? Is it just wandering around for no reason? That thing's not going to produce very much meat if it dies. You know, Professor, I've discovered some really amazing things. I think future generations shall be quite pleased at what we've discovered for the well-being of mankind and for Market Azul. You know, kid, I am just starting to have hope that you might be right. Maybe we won't perish out here, and maybe we shall do good. Where is this iron I supposedly have? It's somewhere around here, but for the life of me I can't see it. Oh well, I guess I should at least be satisfied that it... Oh, right, it's over here. Because everything is over here for some reason. Whatever, I'm happy to have it. I am happy to have it. Ah, yes, and even though it is late winter... Yes, now is the time to begin planting things again. Good thing I didn't sow any seeds earlier during that cold snap. Professor, is there a reason that we aren't using this field over here? Well, when it did come down to just Dior and I, we kind of put the kibosh on them, but I suppose I don't see a reason why we need to stop now. You know, now that we've got 4 runs, now then... I mean, 8 hands rather than 4. Aha. Yes, 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 you all know what I mean. Many hands make light work. Indeed, many hands do make light work. This is the first time for a long time that I've felt like I'm in a place like my old village. Truly, I do feel at home for the first time in a very long time. Me too. Yes, it is good to be among civilized people, despite our tremendous differences. I can truly say that I hope for all the best
for all of you. No matter what divides us, Christian and pagan, researcher and practical man, strong-headed and compromising. New and old, young and old, male and female. Yes, we shall all survive together, one way or another. Indeed, you almost have, folks. It is nearing the end of winter. We are nearly done with this. We're going to power through the next day, and we're going to conclude with the end of winter. Or at least the end of day 12, which is the technical end of winter. Despite everything, this winter has actually been quite productive for our plebs. They're having a good time. I have mostly kept the voices straight, except for the very beginning. I am going to have to try to remember that Mabel sounds posh, even though she's very much not. That was a fun quirk and all, but it can get confusing rather quickly. Especially for me, who am a rather want-witted. I am sorely grieved. I may not stir. So here's the thing I'm thinking with this. Yeah, it's not very realistic to expect that this staircase is going to hold up, but don't worry, I have a way around this. I'm going to put a brace up so that it's between this last pillar of dirt and this wall, and then I can build a staircase on top. I think I can get away with that. Let's see. It might not work. No, it didn't work. Is he stuck? Oh. Well, sir. That won't work. That is awkward. Can we build a floor underneath of him? Oh dear. Didn't expect this to go so poorly. Ah, well. How do we even roleplay this one? I don't think we can, frankly. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh, this is bad. Don't tell me this is the end of the colony. This could be the end of the colony. Uh-oh. Unless... Oh boy, this is bad. I think I done broke the game. Again. Oh shit, this is bad. I wonder if reloading it might fix it. Probably won't, but I'm definitely registering, yes.
This is a high problem, and I'll be getting off soon. Since we are in the final leg, but I did not foresee breaking the game quite this badly. I mean, I kind of did. It is in early access, but nevertheless. Sheesh. Okay. Alright, settler bugged idle when removing pillar under stair. So, I tried to remove one of the pillars of earth. Holding up the end of a staircase. This caused the staircase to collapse, of course. Which I anticipated, but I did not. But I didn't expect the settler to remain floating, to try to remove the pillar. The pillar under the staircase while standing on the top step of the stairs in question. And I also didn't expect him to remain floating in the air. I just built a floor underneath him, but he is still idle. And I'm gonna try to restart the game to try and get him back, but I might not be able to. Oh boy, that... Man, I would hate for this to be bugged out and for this playthrough to run... I mean, to end prematurely because of that. Let's go ahead and save it. That's probably a very, very bad idea. I probably should have created another save. Oh dear, this could be the end of the series. That would be unfortunate. No, really, it would be, because this game is actually quite fine, and I've been... Maybe coping is the wrong word? Kind of coping. I've been learning to deal with the moral realities that this entails, and it's good. It's making me a better person. Let's see how badly I broke it. If I can't get him off of that broken piece, uh-oh, this is not good. If this crashes the game, Okay, that's a good... Okay. Have we... Okay, cool. Oh, alright. Excellent. So reloading the game helped. Okay, cool. Okay, that didn't collapse it either. He's still idle. Yeah, can't be reached because there aren't enough of the necessary resources. That's fine. Can't place staircase, path blocked by wicker floor. That's fine. Dior, while you're sitting there, do you think you can remove that? Okay, you can. Cool. Alright, and that just means we just need to put the staircase... why can we not... Aw, man. Feck. Well, now what? Alright, so I've definitely learned you can't just build a staircase on top of a brace. Or, if you can, you have to build the brace first, and I'm not prepared to do that. I should probably what I should do is build a stockpile with some wood in it first, or something like that. Anyway, I've screwed this up enough. And now Dior might be buried down here for a while, which is not at all becoming, and I should be unhappy with this. Please try to... Yeah, can you... Are you able to... Okay. Well, sir, I did not intend to screw this up quite so badly. I don't know what I'm gonna do when I get back to this, but at least it's not bugged. Alright. I hate to leave it on such an anxious note. Are we going to save Dior from the pit, or are we just going to let him rot there? Not as far as I'm concerned, because A, he's been our longtime number 2, and second, I want that fucking iron. So, yeah. We will save him. I don't know how we're gonna save him, but that is for future Badgerlord to have to deal with. Anyway, it has been great fun. Thank you for joining me. We will be doing RimWorld on Tuesday night, and we will be returning to this... We will be returning to the stunning conclusion of the mine adventures of Dior on Thursday after this. Because next Thursday, I have something coming up with a friend whom I have not seen for a very long time. For a year and a half. So, I look forward to seeing him. As do all of my other friends as well. Thank you very much for joining me. This is Badgerlord Patrick signing off. God love ya, and have a good night.